Hi everyone, and welcome to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. All the whispers and hidden details are right here, so settle in, and if you enjoy our videos, remember to subscribe and share before we dive deeper. The news that rippled through the entertainment world like a midnight thunderclap did not come from a manager or a publicist this time. It came from Elçin Sengu's own mother, ending a long, careful silence with a message that instantly set social media on fire. After years of speculation around Elçin's private life, her family finally weighed in, and the tone was warm. In a recent chat, her mother conveyed that the family sees Barış Arduç as one of their own, a sentiment that felt both intimate and intentional. The moment the remark surfaced, the background hum around these two turned into full orchestral volume. Fans had already been piecing together clues. The uptick in shared outings, candid moments at after-parties, and those easy, unforced smiles whenever Barış and Elçin wound up at the same table had been noticed for months. Their overlap in friend groups kept drawing them into the same frame, whether it was a low-key dinner or a high-profile gala. But hearing a nod from family changed the stakes. It added weight to the little gestures people love to read into. The quick glance across a room, the comfortable laughter that doesn't feel staged, the way their schedules seem to align without much fanfare. Insiders close to the household describe the mother's words as heartfelt, not calculated. People who claim to have seen Barış visit the Sengu home in recent weeks talk about the way he integrates into conversation, never overshadowing, always attentive. He reportedly greets elders first, makes time for the younger cousins, and offers to help with small tasks in the kitchen, the kind of thoughtful behavior that families remember. Those nearby say the connection has deepened slowly, not performatively, and that the warmth now simply refuses to stay hidden. In that same interview, the matriarch's stance was clear without sounding pushy. She emphasized that the family supports whatever brings Elçin genuine joy, and she praised the way Barış fits into their atmosphere, respectful, composed, and utterly at ease. The phrasing felt like an embrace, gentle yet definitive. Of course, this was enough to ignite an industry-wide debate. Some commentators argued it was perfectly natural for the family to acknowledge someone who has become a steady presence. Others thought it was premature to speak at all when neither star had made an official announcement. Meanwhile, neither Barış nor Elçin has issued a direct statement. But it is not lost on anyone that their recent online posts carry a calm, harmonized energy. They often celebrate the work and milestones of mutual friends, leave supportive likes, and occasionally share moments from the same places within hours of each other. Nothing overt, nothing reckless, yet enough to nourish the question that refuses to go away: what if this closeness is exactly what it looks like? Their shared appearances have accelerated in recent weeks, especially at events where the mood is relaxed rather than promotional. The chemistry between them reads as effortless, the kind that exists even when cameras are not pointed in their direction. As the rumor mill churns, the spotlight shifts more intensely toward Elçin. How will she respond to her mother's candid sentiment? Will there be a careful acknowledgement, or will they choose to preserve their quiet equilibrium a while longer? Whatever happens, a door has been opened, and the conversation around them now has a new chapter title. Within media circles, one idea is gaining traction. If the family is at ease, it signals stability rather than turbulence. That reassurance, in turn, increases curiosity rather than quieting it, because it makes people wonder if a next step could be closer than anyone thought. Sources who have watched the pair over time insist the connection has been steady beneath the surface, that respect and warmth have been present long before any cameras caught the glow. Then, almost like an echo, the headline-making note from the Sengu family reappeared across different interviews and retellings, reinforcing the same truth in slightly different words. While Elçin has often protected her personal life from prying eyes, the family's first public nod carried a sense of arrival. The shift was subtle yet seismic. Instead of the usual silence, there was a trace of acceptance, the kind that says we recognize how someone treats our daughter and we like what we see. And once that tone is established, it becomes harder to dismiss the rest as mere coincidence. Observers point out how often Barış and Elçin have been seen in shared company lately, attending gatherings with longtime colleagues who know them both well. There is an ease to their rhythm that suggests familiarity rather than novelty. Friends, when asked, tend to smile and give non-answers that still sound positive. People describe a pattern: he listens when she speaks. She looks for him in a crowded room. When a conversation splinters in multiple directions, they somehow circle back to each other. From behind the scenes, another image emerges. Barış, known for his grounded demeanor, has reportedly shown up for the Sangha family in small, consistent ways. He remembers names, asks after health, brings quiet humor to a room, and never tries to turn a private dinner into a spectacle. He is polite without slipperiness, warm without boundary crossing. That blend seems to have left a mark. The family's stance is not merely a social media performance, it is shaped by countless interactions that add up to a feeling of safety. When the mother speaks about supporting whatever leads to happiness, her meaning is not hard to decode. She is pointing to character as much as chemistry. It set off a wave of commentary rarely seen outside movie releases or award nights. Some fans cheered the thought of their favorite on-screen duo finding something real in the quiet corners of their lives. Others argued that speculation should not run ahead of official words. Yet the absence of formal confirmation has not slowed the tide. In fact, the restraint seems to feed the intrigue, because what people cannot name, they watch even more closely. In practical terms, not much has changed overnight. There are no statements, no coordinated photo spreads, no sudden confessions. But their digital footprints still intersect, their communities still overlap, and their schedules still seem to cross paths in ways that look less and less accidental. Every time they show up in the same frame, regardless of who took the photo, the comments flood in with gentle hope and playful teasing. The magnifying glass is no longer trained only on events. It now frames the spaces in between, the intermissions where sincerity tends to reveal itself. As attention concentrates on Elçin, curiosity grows about what comes next. Will there be a gracious acknowledgement in an upcoming interview, a nod that says yes, the people who matter are comfortable and that comfort matters to us as well? Or will they keep the mystery intact, trusting that what is real can withstand the noise without feeding it? Either way, the narrative has shifted. With the family's tone set, the conversation has substance. The story is no longer just about two admired stars standing near the same velvet rope. It is about whether that nearness is the foundation for something durable. The murmur from media veterans is nearly unanimous. With acceptance at home, their closeness is likely to draw more attention, not less. People will be quicker to notice the quiet acts of care that are easy to miss when eyes are fixed on the red carpet. And those who have seen this build over time, those who recognize the steady pace of deepening trust, keep saying the same thing: this is not random, and it has not been for a while. Once again, the spark came from the same source, returning like a refrain. For years, observers scrutinized Elçin's choices, often mapping fiction onto reality because the roles she and Barış brought to life resonated so strongly with audiences. This time, the family message cut through the fog. While maintaining boundaries, it also acknowledged a closeness that has been quietly woven into gatherings, ceremonies, and late-night conversations that end in relaxed laughter rather than headlines. The mother's sentiment spread from talk shows to gossip blogs, to dinner tables, to private group chats. Some fans took it as confirmation of a tender connection. Others raised eyebrows, insisting that even a kind word does not equal an engagement. Yet the ripples kept widening. Meanwhile, both stars carried on with work, showing up for rehearsals, sets, readings, and causes they support. If anything, the steadiness of their professional lives made the talk feel more grounded rather than less, because it showed that whatever is happening is not a disruption. It is a thread woven into the larger fabric, present but not dominating, real enough that the people closest to them are at peace with it. And so, the narrative slides toward inevitability. Maybe the next chapter will arrive with a simple gesture, the kind that needs no caption. Maybe it will be an unguarded moment during a gathering where someone's phone captures a glance that says more than a press release. Or maybe there will be a careful, measured line in an interview that lets the rumor rest. Until then, the images will keep forming, the circles will keep overlapping, and the warmth around them will continue to be noticed, Because once a family opens its arms, it becomes harder for the world to pretend it sees nothing at all. That brings us to the end of today's video on Turkish Spotlight Secrets. If you enjoyed spending this time with us, please subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets and share this video with others who follow the journey of Barış and Elçin. See you in the next one.